man!
I did not expect the Claude, man. Not against this comp.
Yeah, against Harith, it's a terrible matchup in laning phase, but
everyone else too terrifying. Carmilla, there's an Edith and an Alpha.
We'll be able to stop it here in the land of Dawn.
They're gonna take away from the smaller teams, or they're gonna relinquish the mercy they usually show to these teams that are struggling to get out, to get to the safe zone. We'll just have to see, as in the early game, you can see that that mid lane is so volatile, man. Whenever the Heave is in the picture, there's a lot of potential to really start something off, get someone low, and really maybe set up for one of these junglers to go for a surprise pickoff, surprise kill. With Beloyski in the mix, you can see that there's just a lot of threat for GEEK fam.
Also, there's a change in the emblem here for Ray. He went for Impure Rage game #1, this time opting to go for Quantum Charge.
Get more of the movement speed in case the chase comes through. More sustain as well in those fights and in the jungle afterwards. Emblems by IndyHome though, we're seeing a lot of agilities coming in from GEEK fam. They feel like the mobility now is a bit more important. Even the Yi with the Wilderness Blessing allows her to really rotate around, but the Claude running the Assassin emblem, by the way, with the tenacity and the agility. Aggressive approach from Chidera. Let's see if it's enough to really deal with the Harith.
Oh man, so far, even in the first game, I feel like both mid duos of DEWA United has been dominated in the early game by Aboy and Beloy. This combo is just not letting DEWA breathe. Meanwhile though,
ooh, forcing a flicker out from Beloy.
Very early flicker on. And for DEWA, by the way, Azura ran with the weapon mastery for this game, so they do have expectations for the game to kind of drag on to maybe get to that late game situation. But for now, it's really just about that laning, about the roamers, and where they want to kind of focus their efforts, which lane they want to get ahead. And usually when the turtle is up in the picture, the EXP lane becomes somewhere that all the eyes are at. Looking at this, there's going to be a fight there near the lethal.
Oh man, contrary to what I said earlier, the laning phase for Chidera is actually looking quite good. Let's see if he can keep this up until level 4, as we're gonna take a look at the total pit. What's gonna happen?
Moeza walking up, doesn't have the Purify, but Beloyski taking low, real world inflation used up. Now penalty zone from Veldora with a flicker over the Ray, canceling him out. Case dealing with a real world inflation, doing so much damage. Beloyski taking out, but Vincent putting out in the red battle. Chorizo chasing a boy down with a primal rash, finding the kill onto a boy. We're gonna have the flicker to escape. Now gets caught in the chain. Vincent using a enhanced sword to escape. It is a 2-for-1 trade in favor of DEWA.
That should be definitely favoring DEWA, as they get 2 kills. I think GEEK fam, they were taking their time to take the turret, and pretty much everyone punishes him for it.
I think it was a great play for both teams. GEEK fam using Veldora to really zone out Ray in that situation. He was forced to use a Spear of Alpha backwards to get out of the danger. So I feel like DEWA needs to kind of back him up a bit more if they really want to rely on this early game Alpha. And for the side of DEWA, the fact that they were able to get that fight with Case having a full channel real world manipulation, Beloyski
getting read out. Screening of this Carmilla is certainly very annoying.
Audience prediction though by GoPay. A landslide favoring towards GEEK fam 76-24. So the audience is definitely favoring the family after that game #1 performance. Even though in the draft there has been some changes for DEWA United. Also, don't forget to drop into Kiria Discord on that link earlier to find out interesting things that Kiria can offer for you.
Yeah, get to meet like-minded people and discuss some of the games like this where the drafts are getting interesting, man, with the new patch. A lot of potential. But looking at how it's going here, Ray is spending a lot of time on the side here, trying to get Chorizo ahead. He has picked up the Thunder Belt, but again, now it only scales with your extra defenses, so he needs more items to really augment that item as well. Beloyski, whoa, it's aggression.
I'm offended on towards my girlfriend there.
What? Oh, because she doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a new one.
I thought you got game. You told me recently you got game, Sheffin. I thought the Harris was just
He talked the talk, but he can't walk the walk.
My game is like Arsenal.
Oh, 0
boy.
trophies. That must be a hard game to play.
Dude, Goni is crying back at home, man. But look at this. GEEK fam taking a move onto the turtle. Mueza already chunked low.
Oh, good. I'm offended over to Chorizo, but he's still able to find the Earth Shadow. Oh, man. A curse of blood to the back. They're all going to be caught in the real world manipulation. Chorizo with the flicker forward and the primal rat. Chidera with the blazing duet that does not enough any damage. A boy though. Oh, Chorizo getting tucked. Case with a Purify 2 outside of the penalty zone. And it is a win for DEWA, though it was a bit awkward to play. Veldora with the flicker. Ray trying to get revenge from that game 1 embarrassment.
2 times by now. The objective battles have been won by DEWA United despite losing the first turtle. And right now they have a solid 1K gold lead going into the mid-game.
You have to remember though, the mid-game later on is where GEEK Game really shine. But you can see that with the addition of the Carmilla, these fights are just a bit more decisive. And on top of that, Keys being on a more mobile, more survivable hero technically on the Valentina, you're seeing that it just works so well for them. But look at this. Solo? He's alone.
Okay. Waits up the Spear of Alpha. And, okay, yeah, Beloy doing Beloy things, man.
Yeah, we call that a mental attack here in Indonesia.
Oh, we call this a mental attack, Tadera! This is why I don't rate the Claude in this meta. Getting solo killed by
Chorizo on the Edith on top woods as well.
No mana, no HP, man. That's Chadera almost solo killed. That was a risky play he took. He went for the Demon Hunter Sword first. We haven't seen this being an option. Usually the Corrosion side has been a bit more popular. But I guess with all the tanky heroes in the front line, the Edith, the Carmilla, and the Alpha, Chadera has opted for the extra sustain to try to pair up with the, the lack of mana for that hero. But look at Veldora.
Push, unoffended. Is it only onto Moeza? So it's not bad at all for DEWA. They can just regen back up.
I wonder for DEWA, though, what's the idea? They want to be a bit more aggressive here? Because we talked about that late game that GEEK Fam want to get to.
For sure. I was thinking what's going to be the solution here because GEEK Fam so far, every time they pull the trigger, it's always not really converting towards anything. But DEWA United, that was a 180 case this time. I feel like Vincent on this kind of a more committal hero is not that great either. It's always on a Roger, on a Nolan. It can dash in and back out really fastly, but in case of Julian or Julius Arashi, it's not like that.
Yeah, the Julius, but Moeza already starting things off.
Yeah, he has Quick Blood, actually hitting out a whole lot of damage. Real World Manipulation is getting clocked down. Now with Blazing to win Tadera. Not able to get Moeza. Moeza's still there. The Real World Manipulation now traded again. Tadera taking Moeza down as Case deals with Veldora. The RWM comes down, but it is wasted in the end. Now with the back forward, the Synchro Vision coming out with the Zaman Forge as well. Good enhanced sword by Vincent. GEEK Fam. Well played.
Wow, that was as clean as it gets, Arashi. The fact that Beloyski escapes with a sliver HP as well, that was a really risky play. And it paid off for GEEK Fam.
The fact that the Real World Manipulation stolen with the IMU from Case was used to try and secure the kill onto Veldora, of all things, immediately cancelled as well. That was a very costly use of that ultimate, and I think that really swung the favor to the side of GEEK Fam, because we saw that Real World Manipulation was what kind of granted DEWA that pressure in the first two turtle fights. Now it's a whole different story. You can see DEWA corral together.
Over to Beloy. And that's a spear. Everything in the kitchen sink thrown at BBB.
Yep, 4 guys against 1 Beloyski. Bit too much for him to handle.
He only has 3 deaths though, 4 more to go, so he can still handle it. But with that play, DEWA are going to go for this turret, but it's still traded by GEEK Fam. So the efficiency in the movement and rotations still very much there. But can DEWA and Veldora defend?
Whoa, that's a lot of damage. You can see the
Whoa.
under the turret. Curse of Blood plays down. Azura with the Spear of Alpha as well. Veldora,
no way.
Ray punished for that. Beloyski goes for the I'm offended. Vincent gets a tier 2 up top. GEEK Fam definitely took the dub.
Once again, it's a deja vu on what happened with Case earlier. They were overextending, and GEEK Fam just easily takes the cookie from them.
He's just forcing it too much. Chorizo though, has the Primal Wrath. It is a free turret in the mid lane. DEWA.
Real World Manipulation. And the Zaman Force.
The RWM not manipulating anything at this point.
The Real World, not manipulation, the exact opposite. That's crazy, man. Even the Primal Wrath, or like the Primal Calmness. DEWA, what's going on in the mid game when things don't go their way? When they're falling short in these fights, you can see them scrambling to try and do something, but it's not calculated. Like you mentioned, Mirko, no setup to allow the success for DEWA.
They want to blitz this?
Seems like they do. They have the Julian. Beloy taking low. Good Earth Shatter. So Rizzo shouldn't go for the target here. Veldora with penalties on the Shadera. Jumps into the back as well. Beloyski very low with the I'm offended and the Dora. Wolfgang buying a lot of time as Shadera gets rid of K's. So Rizzo with Primal Wrath. Azura can't go for the hits anyone. Vincent going for the sword. I thought he was going to go back in. So Rizzo the flicker forward, getting off Vincent. One more shot. Vincent with the push. Now the onward Vincent. That sword to escape. As elusive as ever as a boy deals with Chorizo. Vincent recalled with that new slick GEEK Fam recall. Getting out like a smooth criminal.
He really was. magical escape coming from Vincent. He was literally, quite literally, one basic attack away from his death. And now Geek Fam, to burst this one, do they want to actually go for it? Yes!
They can do it no problem, and DEWA has ran out of bodies to throw at the wall. So Rizzo, you hate to see it, man, resigning himself, just standing there knowing that he has been bested. And now Geek Fam invading the jungle immediately as the thief, a boy picks up the Ice Cream's wand. More ways for DEWA to get picked off, to get slowed down into bad situations. Now more than ever, they have to be careful with their positioning, because when they're out of position for just a bit, the slow comes in from the Yeeve, and Beloyski is on the hunt.
Yeah, also don't forget to buy the MPL emotes, man, because I really like it. The Geek Fam, the EVOS one, also the TLPH is probably the best one out of all of them for me.
For me, it's Geek Fam, honestly. I've just been spamming that. But yes, TLPH, very close second for me. I only have both of those.
For sure. So they're taking a look to kind of salvage on what this Lord's gonna offer. They get the mid-tier turret. Do they want to actually get at least one from the emitter?
Uh-oh. So Rizzo with the onward earlier. Beloyski zoning. They get the Holy Defense off the mid lane. So Rizzo with the Primal Wrap is real world manipulation is answered by the real world manipulation. A boy forced to run out of that one there. Flicker expended, but then we have Claudera in the bottom lane. This is what makes him such an impressive force.
Misdirection coming in from Geek Fam. So far, not gonna lie to you, Rashi, the team fights are not looking that great for DEWA United, and Geek Fam is always playing the margins extremely well. Really good, to be honest.
And that's a great play to just draw the attention to the upper side and allow Chadera to split push, even though he's not really on a monster. Look at that projectile, though, flying all across the map jungle as well, hitting Chadera. But you can see that Geek Fam, they're still very careful about it. I mean, just earlier, you saw that when the real-world manipulation was matched by Keys, a boy was the one forced to disengage first. So there is still potential. There are still dangers that Geek Fam have to kind of respect, but they are doing absolutely that. Even though they did get the Lord, even though they're 5k gold ahead, look at how they're playing here. They're trying to look for opportunities that are more guaranteed, but look at that! Voltora!
Lutpi!
Chevy's girlfriend, no!
Yeah, so far that has been the story so far. 2 times Voltora, 3 times the charm. You have to do it once again. As you can see here, the recall, the new recalls is already the Land of Dawn.
I love this recall.
And they are spamming it at the perfect time. You gotta hear the music, man.
Yeah, boy. Come on, use it. Someone use it. Play the music. Stop just spamming it. There you go. I got a little bit of a tease
Only
there.
1 second.
Man, come on. You gotta last longer than that.
Dang, 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 dang. I like that, man.
That's what she said.
It's so
Rashi.
fun. You have a whole like K-pop entourage behind you, but look at this. DEWA!
Dora finding 4 and the winner crown. Beloyski coming back at it now with I'm Offender locking him down under the real world manipulation. The Curse of Blood only connecting on the Vincent, who's still gonna be able to deal a lot of damage. As Dora bursted down, blazing the wet from Chadera. So Rizzo stands no chance. That's a shutdown. That is Chadera unstoppable. That is Chadera with a triple.
No difference whatsoever. It's a rinse and repeat for Geek Fam once again. DEWA United falling because of their own mistakes. And they're paying it right now. 2-0 for Geek Fam.
Ice cold finisher from Geek Fam with the 3 winner crowns. Make it 4 if you count Veldora's penalty zone WC. An extremely phenomenal performance here from Geek Fam to avenge their first leg loss.
A great performance there. The flexibility, the claw.